Hello everybody, it's Max McAllister. Wanted to do a little quick product review for you of the J&M Audio corded headset adapter kit for the 2018 and up Honda GoldWing. The new Honda GoldWing comes from the factory with Bluetooth technology, and people are into that for sure. But as I was looking at it, the first thing that popped into my mind is, geez, I have two brand new helmets with J&M corded headsets in them. And, by the time you buy a $500 helmet and buy the J&M audio, the higher end J&M audio for the helmet and have it installed, that's another $500-ish. So now you have $2,000 helmets that are effectively obsolete, because now you have to go find, choose a Bluetooth helmet system and get another helmet refitted with that. It's can be a high cost proposition. Now, if you have 10-year-old helmets, you should time to replace your helmets anyway. So maybe it's not a bad time. But I looked around on the internet at Bluetooth headset options. And the first thing that I figured out was I couldn't figure anything out. There was, 25 common models, 5 that were probably very popular. And amongst those, you might as well have asked people, what oil do you put in your bike or what tire do you put in your bike? There was wildly varied opinions on it. Somebody would say, this brand is crap, you got to buy this brand. And somebody would say, oh, that's a piece of crap, you got to buy this brand. And somebody would say, that brand's a piece of crap. And you get back to the first guy saying, well, that's the best one. So mass confusion. What I did figure out by looking was it seems like all of them kind of have some sort of trouble with connectivity and function with the bike, and this turns that on, that doesn't turn that on. So instead of wading through all of that, I just wondered if there was a way to fit my good old-fashioned corded headsets to the new GoldWing, and shortly thereafter J&M came out with a product. So I don't ride tons, so my advice here may not be the best. For people that ride tons, you might prefer the Bluetooth headsets. Again, you might have to maybe even try and borrow your buddies one day and just ride around with it and see what you think of it. But the other, one other little problem with the Bluetooth headsets is they all require charging of some nature. They don't last forever. So what I'm going to here to show you and talk about is the way you get the corded headset for your good old-fashioned corded J&M headset on your bike. And so what it is, I've removed side covers and saddle just to show you what's involved. It's actually a pretty easy installation. It doesn't take too long. They did a good job of sorting it out, and they've got some install videos. I'm not really going to talk about install so much, but it's pretty quick to explain. The harness gets routed through. You will have to remove your tank shelter, and the harness will come up and there's a control box in here. I'll show you in a minute. But the harness lays through here. There's a noise canceling device that gets taped and strapped to the frame here. The harness routes through the bike. Here's your 2 corded headset adapters here for you and your passenger. And the harness goes down. And the new bike has some nice accessory lugs that are very easy, and the harness is all nicely set up to just screw into the factory lug there. Let me get this cover off. So nice and clean, bolts right up, and then there's wires, grounding wire and such. But it's super clean. I thought it was nicely done. The one sacrifice you're going to make is you're going to give up some space in your little glove box up here for the control box. It's called a Blue Hub. I've heard of people putting this elsewhere on the bike, but in a moment I'll tell you why I wouldn't do that. There's a simple pairing procedure. You pair this hub to the operator's headset part of the motorcycle, and from then on it's done forever. All you do is get on your bike, plug your headset in like you've done for years if you've ridden GoldWings, and drive on down the road. It doesn't disconnect, mess up, screw up, doesn't require charging, recharging, on and off, da-da-da-da-da-da. It's just like you've been doing for years. So if you're a little resistant to that level of change, this is going to be a great product for you. Limitations of it that I found. The first one you'll miss that I really liked was you don't get automatic, since it's not truly integrated in the bike, you don't get the nice feature of when you speak, it doesn't lower the audio system on the bike so that it goes quiet while you're talking. But the quick way around that is if you intend to speak, you're just going to hit your mute button on your left thumb, you know, so your passenger isn't going to have access to that. But if your passenger says something, it's quick for you to just throw your thumb up there, mute the system, have your conversation, turn your music back on, and go back to what you were doing. The other thing that was noticeable, or the reason I would not locate this elsewhere, is I did kind of like turning the audio level down for driving around town, and then turning it up for the freeway. So if you were to just leave it turned up, at freeway level, when you come to town, it's pretty loud in your helmet. So having access to that knob was a usable feature in my opinion. So I would not locate that other than where J&M recommended it. So my book, it's a good product. Not super cheap. So again, this was, I think it's about $450. And if I can't imagine a bike shop charging you more than a couple hours to install it of labor time, or you can do it yourself. Again, it's not that hard, particularly if you have it installed while you're doing other accessories that would be done under the shelter area. So that's a quick little product review. I like it. I'm happy with it. I don't have to figure out which Bluetooth headset works and which one doesn't, and go through the technical difficulties that people are having right now. Maybe that'll be refined more in the future, but for now, this works great for me. So, all right, this is Max McAllister. Please subscribe to my channel, and if you like this video, share with your friends.